Okay, so on that note, I believe we can actually open up the discussion to everybody. I can go and allow people to unmute themselves. So please, everybody, feel free to unmute yourself. First 5 minutes of the conversation are recorded, and then we release the recording for free conversation. Mooney, do you want to get started and just share a few thoughts?
Yeah. As many people who have come to a couple of these know, I sort of look at the tooling as much as I look at the presentations. Today was full of it. Today was like good, like just leading off. I'm also coding a game with my 9-year-old. So looking at Godot, I'm like, okay, well, I got to write that one out. IDE just for game making that already has a bunch of built-in AI. That was cool. And then I've got to look into CodeQL Helper, thanks to Daniel. I haven't really messed with that a whole lot. And then I think this is the fourth presentation where we've had Obsidian fed with, I'm assuming it's an MCP in Grok's case, with Zotero to kind of like guide keeping. So building on the earlier conversation we had around Obsidian, that's just another tool to add to the toolbox, so to speak. And then I got to play with Gamma.app just to see if I can save 3 hours a week with my weekly presentations. That'd be great. So I don't know if anybody else saw something that's new to them.
Okay, I'll share very quickly that this meme I've seen the other day and posted everywhere was about a mother telling her child that they're going to have dinosaur meat for lunch. And the child answered, "That's AI," because apparently AI is now used by kids to say that's a lie. And I found that hilarious.
I've got a 17-year-old who's a very active gaming pro coder and modder, and at least in his subculture, that's AI. They don't want to use it. They find that AI generated mods or creations are somewhat I don't know. It's actually considered like not good. You're not a real gamer or a real coder. I'm in some of the Discord groups that he's in, and they're pretty aggro about it. Has anybody else experienced that?
Yeah, when I asked my 8-year-old for my game, I didn't show that I got ChatGPT and Pixel to draw the sprites because I can't draw at all, and I showed it to my son, and he said, "Hey, I also want to draw, sprites for the game." And I said, "Okay, here's how you use AI to do that." He said, "No, I want to draw them myself. I don't want to use the AI to draw those things." I started drawing asteroids and spaceships and so on.
Yeah, Paul's doing exactly the same thing right now. He's doing spriting for. They're doing a bunch of stuff, modding Library of Ruina, the stuff like that, and they're really deep into doing it themselves. By the way, ChatGPT created that background while I was on. It's Toons is the driving cat driving off a cliff.
I've definitely hit that in my personal life. My wife is an author, and so if anyone else has creative self-business people, the daily post to TikTok, the daily post to Instagram, stuff like that to feed the algorithm, she's started to use AI a little bit, and instantly that anti-AI people jump in. Oh, this is slop reported. So I think that's temporary.
Yeah, I've got a 14-year-old son, and they forbid all AI all the way across the school. And I'm trying to reach out to him to figure out how to set up a class to help him use the tool, to help them understand how to get better results from it. The one uniform message that I see across, this entire group is exactly that. Get underneath the covers. You don't get good at computer security until you figure out how computers actually work. And you can fear AI, you can not like the outcome of AI, but until you really lift up the covers and figure out how to work it, how to make it a tool, you're going to continue to resist it. But that's just going to lead to a harder change later. So I'm trying to figure out how to get the schools to move it forward, and get the kids to engage in it and get it closer to what they want, not dislike what comes out of the box.
All right, I think this is our key to stop the recording and let everybody just talk openly. So I'm going to do that now. Thank you all.